Okay, this is LeagueOS help video number 2. So we will go over how to invite team members, manage them in your teams, and all that. Okay, so one thing I want to go over really quick, because I started another video and then I didn't have the correct settings for my other accounts, because I have an account that's just coach. So I know exactly what you're looking at. Make sure, especially if you have an assistant coach, that you go to your school. So school, your school, and if it's up here, that's great. You know, do that. Setting, administration, and you'll see the list as I keep adding people of access control. Okay, if it's correct, yours should say manage teams. If it doesn't, one thing, you probably wouldn't be able to see the settings, but you won't be able to add teams, so that's something you'll have to get your executive to do. You should be able to, if you have read, update, and manage teams for your account, you should be able to add it to different other coaches. So like Miss Buchanan is my assistant coach this year, so I can add that to her so she can add teams and manage teams and all that. So test straight, that's the other profile I'll be looking at. It didn't have this, okay, so I couldn't add people. So make sure that is added. And so if you're having trouble with a different profile, that might be why. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this is the test straight one. So this is just a coach. Again, we will be using mainly the dashboard in these tutorials, because they will be transitioning to the dashboard, I think fully for the coaches in a couple months. So it's going to be more streamlined for everybody. It's going to look a lot better, hopefully a little less confusing, but it might take some getting used to, especially if you're used to this version, the old version. But it is phone friendly, which is very nice. So we've got a dashboard here. Again, that was the bottom left. And here you see all your teams. If you have made teams, these are a bunch of old teams from different leagues, whatever. That's your team section here. To go to your members, it's right next to it. Okay, I have not clicked on any of these roles yet. So if I click on the roles, it'll be just those people that have those roles. So I can click it again to get everybody. So you see how all of these don't have roles yet. I'm gonna have to add them to see them in player section. So if you click on player and you don't see the person, I don't know where they are, it's because you haven't given the role. So let's say Bixby 3 doesn't have the player role. So I'm gonna go to this pencil. It has player. No, it doesn't. Right there, player. Okay, so now I should be able to see him. There he is. Okay. If you're needing to add new members, you can go to invite members, and hopefully it'll work this time. You can generate new code if you want to. The code's here. Use copy, and this should give them a generalized invite to the school page. It shouldn't give them any like overarching permissions. Now, another way you can do this is do the other, the old version. So again, we'll go to schools, your school, members, and if you have the correct permissions on top here, and I don't think you even need to be in members, you can go anywhere, but invite, and this is how you'll invite an assistant coach also. So if you're inviting assistant coach, and manager, it might give them more than a week if they're slow or something. I don't know. Then activate. Copy a link, and then that should give them the permissions. So be very careful how you use this, because this is a lot more. You can do a lot more with this very quickly. If you say manager and player, and you send this out to your players, then they can mess with the settings, and that's a nightmare. So be very careful. Player, maybe only give them 5. Do not click this unless you are granting ownership of a school. That is the danger button there. Okay, so activate, copy link, send this out to your kids, and they should be able to create their profiles. Now, one thing why we want you to use the dashboard is, let's say we go over here. And I had it a second ago. Good Lord. One thing, it just looks a little better, and it'll be on your phone. It should look good on your phone. So again, we go over here and say, hey, this needs to be a player. So I'm gonna put player. You can also give them captain, and that's one thing you'll want to do. Is if you have 2 or 3 games going at the same time, and you want someone to add the score, start the matches. And as we get into it, as I learn a little more on it, I'll make a video on it, exactly how to do matches. But you can do that. You can give one of your students captain, and they won't have the settings and all that. Yeah, so again, if you add him as captain, he wasn't there before, so now he is. Player, same thing here. If I click on, let's see, I'm going to pick on Aonique since that's not her actual name. You can see that she was on this team, and this team, and I've been kind of messing around trying to add her to different teams. You can add her to a team, and this is where this is not the best here. That's something they need to fix. Where obviously you need to see what game it is. That doesn't work. So what I would do is you can go to your teams here, and I had her added already, but manage team members, and then you can go to add player. Sure, just him, just to do it. Okay, and then he will be activated right here. And again, you can change the role to make her captain. That's great. You can make her inactive for whatever reason, and she got out of the roster there. You can make him inactive. He's out of the roster. Okay, so that's how to add and take away. What did I do? Ooh, so don't do that. See, again, I am learning a little bit here. Oh, she's active. What did I do? Okay, so I'll go back to it. Manage team members. Oh, hide inactive. Okay, see, hide inactive. See, I'm learning with you. Okay, so filter here if you want to make them inactive. So they shouldn't show up in the roster the way I understand it. And once the rosters are locked, if that is an option, I don't think that will be for us for now at least. Your roster won't change. So make sure to add all your players, and then you can have them as subs and all that. Okay, and then yeah, you can get rid of them here. Add them again, whatever you need. If they are ineligible, okay, then they won't be able to play. And again, I'll probably add something specifically on this later as we get into it, as I learn more. But your team profile here, so I'm on the delete because I needed someone to delete it at some point. What's a better one? Let's go to league specific here. Oh no, that's creating Overwatch. Come on now. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, yeah, so you can add more players. You can add detached dummy accounts like we had in our other platform, and I'll go over that in a second. If you can't, have your kids get into this platform for whatever legal reasons, whatever, I highly, highly suggest having them on here. Why do I have less? So it looks like, okay, so again, learning a little bit with as I'm messing with this dashboard. I have just Overwatch. So these kids have been in Overwatch before. So I'm seeing just the players for Overwatch. I'm assuming if I click out of that, yeah, or click activities, it'll show me everybody. This was popping up a second ago, but portal status, and you can read about it, but colleges can look at their profile and say, hey, they've done this and this and this, they've won or lost this much. If they activate their accounts to their profile, which I would highly suggest, they can see their accounts, look at their ranking, all of that. And if we have certain game saves, they can see those games and see how they played. So very, very good for reaching out to colleges. And you can see here's all these colleges. This is the LeagueOS portal. We'll probably talk about at some point later on. But one of the reasons why we moved back to LeagueOS is this great portal they have. Okay, so we invited members. Here the code. Once they make their account, it should pop up here. Go to here, make them a player, then you can start adding them to teams. Okay, if that is all confusing to you, at least for now, you can go back to here. Again, OKC page. If this doesn't pop up, you don't have it here. Schools. Go to your school. Go to members. Invite. Player. You can change how long and how many uses. Obviously, if you're doing a whole bunch of them, probably need to add a bunch. Okay, activate, copy. Okay, and that'll give them access however you want it to, and their profile. Okay, how to create detached members. So as I have Bixby 1 through 5 because I was messing with it. I wanted to see how it worked. So same thing. If your players can't get into this platform for whatever legal reasons, your school says no, whatever. Create detached members. Okay. League tag. So this can be their name. I already have Bixby 1 through 5, so I'm gonna do Bixby 6. Okay. This is all optional here. Email. Okay. So you don't need to do that. So just like the other platform, you don't need to verify an email or anything. So it should be pretty simple, and you can keep adding. So add. Then it creates, and it should pop up here. Okay, there it is. Okay, and then you just give it a player. You probably won't be able to add anyone to teams until you make them a player. So make sure you do that. Okay, and then you can go to any of your rosters that you already created. Go to members, go to add. Okay. I'm gonna add a unique there just to do it. And then she's the player. You can give her captain. And now it's on her history that she's on this team, all of that. So super easy to do. But again, I would get used to doing this. It should be fairly easy to use as you get used to doing it. Very, very quickly, one thing as we start having matches, right here, okay, you'll see your schedule, and then you'll see your stats here, and that's not there yet, so never mind. You can also, there's a LOS scrims where you can say, hey, I'm available this time, and it'll put you into a queue for scrims, which is super awesome. Yeah, I think that's it for creating and managing your members.